the revolutionary left is so verklempt over Donald Trump, over the repudiation of DEI, the backlash against woke culture, the woke subculture, the woke insurgency that we've seen over the last 4 or 5, 10 years. They see it coming back. They see people sort of shedding this DEI burden, taking their speech, their intellectual autonomy back. Now it's time to ratchet things up again. This is Resistance 2.0. How far has it gone? Where is it going to go? I want you to keep in mind Hawk Tua's comments back there, basically calling for riots again. BLM riots again. And then listen to what Joy Reid and Elizabeth Warren have to say.
You can only push people so far. And then they start to take matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
So we've gone from violence is never the answer to anything to, well, you can only push people so far, and then they start to take things into their own hands. She has room to find empathy in her heart for a guy who executes, exterminates, eradicates the CEO on the streets of New York City. She understands, she can empathize with him, but the same crowd has absolutely zero empathy for what happened with Daniel Penny on that subway, because the guy on the bottom of the pile happened to be black. That has to be raised. This is all about agitation. Agitation propaganda is a hell of a thing. It is the tool of the revolutionary. It is the tool, the propaganda of an insurgency. And that's what we're seeing here. Resistance 2.0 isn't just a resistance anymore. They are literally trying to morph it into a revolutionary insurgency. And they're going to use Donald Trump again as the catalyst, screaming fascist over and over and over again to justify increased violence. Are you ready for that? They think this is the time. Maybe they're desperate. Maybe they think, maybe they've seen this anti-woke backlash. Maybe they've seen the repudiation. I love using that word. The repudiation of the woke mind virus. Starting with the election. Maybe they were so shocked by Kamala Harris being defeated. This woman of color, another woman, Justin Trudeau, whining about it this weekend, yesterday I think it was. Whining and complaining because America didn't elect a woman again. It's really getting under their skin that this country rejects and is starting to reject more and more forcefully, more vocally, this entire woke mind virus contagion that's been hoisted, thrust upon the country for the last 10 years. So now it's time to do it by force, I guess. Set the streets ablaze. They're putting up pictures of other CEOs around the streets of New York, inviting people, encouraging people, more assassinations, to go hand in hand with what I guess is probably going to be another summer of fun with BLM. The Marxist inferno returns. Sort of like a herpes outbreak every 4 years, right? Is that how it's going to go? Resistance 2.0 is shaping up to look like an insurgency. An attempt at a legitimate, a real, literal revolution in the streets of New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, Denver. Sure, we'll see signs of that when Holman decides to go into Denver to deport the illegals. There's a revolutionary insurgency again, all over the country. All of the indications are there. I hope I'm wrong. I do. But I think it's coming. It has to come.